so good afternoon. We are group 1 and we have Youchen.
Could you stand to the center?
Okay, we have Youchen, me, Huang Jiaen, and Li Jiachen, and Ling Chenhong. Okay, so later I will cover warming up, discuss questions, and activity 1. And Youchen will cover vocabulary and inside story. Then Jiachen and Chenhong will cover scenario 1 together, and Chenhong alone will cover prepositions. Then Jiachen will cover high-low context culture and references. Then all the members will share our feedback with you. Then we will invite groups 2 to 6 to comment on our presentation. Okay, so we will start from warming up. So please turn to page 62. All right, so the first question, what is a convention? So the first one, when you look at a picture, you will know it's kind of a massive gatherings. So as you can see, a lot of people will gather together to join a kind of event. And next one, then usually people with the same interest will attend this kind of meeting together. So I will specify what is convention, what a convention is. So usually when we hold a convention, the first thing it would be about people involved in certain industries like engineering, like information technology, will gather together to discuss the same topic. And also, for some hobby groups, probably they have the same interests, or they are fond of the same thing. They will also gather together to discuss it. And sometimes it could be held for fan communities. So probably they have the same, they are fond of the same idea. They will gather together in one location. So we will talk about the difference between a convention and a conference, because this is something that a lot of people will feel confused. So first one, for convention, I will give you a definition. It is like-minded enthusiasts come together. So kind of, to put it simply, it's just kind of people with the same interest, or people who are fond of something. They will gather together to join this kind of meeting. So in this kind of situation, we call it a convention. And for conference, in this case, they will specify one field of profession. So that's why I said those with shared professional or academic interests come together. So usually when they gather together, they will just focus on one profession. So this kind of scenario, we will call it a conference. Okay, so next, Youchen will cover vocabulary.
Okay, so I will cover 8 vocabulary. I will read the vocabulary and the meaning on the slide. Then I will ask for a volunteer to read the sentence. Then I will read the sentence again. You just repeat after me. First is relevant, means committing with what is happening or being discussed. Who wants to try to this sentence?
I will try to collect relevant information on the internet in order to put my proposal together.
Okay, great. I've been trying to collect relevant information on the internet. Go.
I've been trying to collect relevant information
in order to put my proposal together. Second, loosen somebody up means to start to feel less embarrassed and to become more relaxed when you are with other people, or to make someone feel like this. Who wants to try? Okay.
We need to loosen up
Yeah, great. You need to loosen up a bit. Go.
You need to loosen up a bit.
Desperate. Desperate means very great or extreme. Who wants to try? Okay.
In desperate need of professional assistance.
I'm in desperate need to professional assistance. Go. Okay, next. Transform means to change completely the appearance or character of something or someone, especially so that things or people is improved. Who wants to try the longer one? Okay, let's invite Jia En to read the sentence.
We've always been the one who brings forward creative ideas for our team and knows how to get those ideas transformed into more concrete ones.
Yeah, very great, very influent. Okay, so let's read the sentence again. We are always being the one who brings forward creative, yeah, idea for our team.
Always being the one who brings forward creative ideas for our team.
And knows how to get those ideas transformed into more concrete ones. Compliment. Okay. The meaning is a remorseless expression of approval, admiration, and respect. Okay. Thanks for your compliments. Great. Go. Thanks for your compliment.
Thanks for your compliment.
Viable means able to work as intended or able to succeed. Okay, so who wants to try this? Okay. Awesome, but I'm not sure how many of them are truly useful or viable. Go.
But I'm not sure how many of them are truly useful or viable.
Okay. Expertise means a high level of knowledge or skill. Who wants to try the sentence? Okay, I will invite my members again. Okay, good.
I almost forgot Chinese expertise lies in convention and event planning.
Okay, I almost forgot Johnny's expertise lies in convention and events planning. Go.
I almost forgot Johnny's expertise lies in convention and
Great. Okay, the last one, magnificence means very good, beautiful, or deserving to be admired. Who wants to try? Okay.
magnificent
Okay.
idea.
Good. What a magnificent idea.
What a magnificent idea.
Okay, so let's.
And the next one is scenario. Where to start? Hello, Fiona.
Hello, what have you been up to?
Alan would like me to organize an international retailer convention.
Oh, okay. So now please repeat after me. Hello, what have you been up to?
Hello, what have you been up to?
Alan would like me to organize an international retailer convention.
Like me to organize an international retailer convention.
So in the past few weeks, I've been trying to collect relevant information on the internet. In order to put my proposal together. It's been 3 weeks, but there's not much that's been done. I'm afraid that I may not be able to get the proposal finished in time. Maybe I'm just not productive enough. Cheer up. We all get stuck and run out of ideas sometimes.
It's not your part. That's another person's.
Okay. Okay, I'll read this. Cheer up. We all get stuck and run out of ideas sometimes. It's just like a writer suffering from writer's block. Maybe you've been under too much pressure. You need to loosen up a bit. Try some relaxation exercises.
Relaxation.
Relaxation, sorry. So, okay, next, or just step out of your office. And get some fresh air to refresh your mind.
I've tried all the things you've just mentioned. But I still haven't got a clue where to start. I'm in desperate need of professional assistance. Would you like to give me a hand?
I would love to. If I'm any good.
Of course. You're good. You've always been the one who brings forward creative ideas for our team. And knows how to get those ideas transformed into more concrete ones.
Thanks for your compliment. Well, I might have plenty of ideas. But I'm not sure how many of them are truly useful or viable. Have you asked Jenny for help yet? She has more than 10 years of experience in organizing international conventions.
She has more than 10 years of experience in
organizing international conventions. I think she's the one who can help you.
I can choose the one who can help you.
Put your mystery behind you.
Put your mystery behind you.
You're right. I almost forgot Jenny's expertise lies in convention
You are right. I almost forgot Jenny's expertise lies in convention
and event planning.
and event planning.
What a magnificent idea!
What a magnificent idea.
You're a genius.
You're a genius.
I shall give Jenny a ring right now.
I should give Jenny a ring right now. Maybe you should. I'm sure she will come to your rescue.
I'm sure she will come to your rescue.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Oh my god,
Oh my god.
it's almost 10 o'clock.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
I have a meeting with Alan at 10.
I have a meeting with Ellen at 10.
I've got to dash.
I've got to dash.
See you later.
See you later.
See you.
See you.
And the next one is preposition.
How many questions do you have?
I have 8 questions. Number 1 is I've been trying to collect relevant information blank the internet in order to put my proposal together. Yeah, the answer is on. I've been trying to collect relevant information on the internet in order to put my proposal together.
I've been trying to collect relevant information on the internet in order to put my proposal together.
Number 2, we all get stuck and run out blank ideas sometimes. Yes, we all get stuck and run out of ideas sometimes.
We all get stuck and run out of ideas sometimes.
Number 3, you need to loosen blank a bit. Yes, you need to loosen up a bit.
You need to loosen up a bit.
Number 4, you've always been the one who brings forward creative ideas for our team and knows how to get those ideas transformed blank more concrete ones. Yes, you've always been the one who brings forward creative ideas for our team
You've always been the one who brings forward creative ideas for our team
and knows how to get those ideas transformed into more concrete ones.
and knows how to get those ideas transformed into more concrete ones.
Number 5, I might have plenty blank ideas. Yes, I might have plenty of ideas.
I might have plenty of ideas.
Number 6, she has more than 10 years of experience blank organizing international conventions. Does anyone know the answer? Yes, she has more than 10 years of experience in organizing international conventions.
She has more than 10 years of experience in organizing international conversations.
Number 7, I almost forgot Jenny's expertise lies blank convention and event planning. Yes. I almost forgot Jenny's expertise lies in convention and event planning.
I always forgot that Jenny's expertise lies in convention and event planning.
And number 8, I'm sure she'll come blank your rescue. Yes. I'm sure you'll come to your rescue.
I'm sure she will come to your rescue.
Okay, now we will talk about discussion questions. So please turn to page 65. Okay, So the first question, have you ever organized a convention? So I think actually for most of us, we don't have this kind of experience. So, but I think next question will be much more interesting. So what things do you think should be taken into account when organizing a convention? So does anyone want to try to express your opinions? Okay, no. Okay, so first one. Okay, so first you need to define clear objectives. So in one convention, you have to come up with one central goal that you want to achieve. You want your audience to know. So that's why we think this one is very important. Then you need to select an appropriate theme. After all, you have to know what you want to discuss throughout the convention. So this one is pretty important as well. And you need to understand your audience, because if you are talking to, when you select a topic, then you need to know who you are talking to. You need to know your audience. So in that case, you will need to know what kind of profession can be presented in this slide or throughout the whole presentation, and also what kind of tone can you use. And probably some presenters like to bring some humor to this convention, to the convention, but it still depends on whether your audience is willing to accept it or not. So that's what we think. Understand your target audience is pretty important. Okay, and next one, you need to develop a realistic budget. So for this one, it's because when you prepare for a convention, it costs money. So you need to know how much. You need to plan how much you want to spend on this convention. So you will, in this case, you will have much better financial condition. And then you need to form a team afterward. After all, you cannot hold a convention without any members helping you. So that's why we think this one is important as well. And finally, you need to choose the right location or choose the right venue, because you need to know whether that location can accommodate the number of your audience. So this one, we think we also need to take into account when organizing a convention. And the next question is, how important do you think teamwork is when planning a convention? And for our group, our answer is teamwork is of great importance. And the first reason is that tasks can be evenly allocated. Because when preparing for a convention, there are so many jobs to do, there are so many tasks. So I think everyone should be assigned tasks based on different professions, and that's why the first one is our reason. And the second one, because all the tasks have already been allocated evenly. So in this case, the work can be done efficiently. So everyone has a job to do. Then when the team is together, the work can be finished quickly. And finally, every organizer monitors each other's work. So just like when preparing for a convention, there are so many things to cover. And sometimes your members might make some errors. So in this case, each member can monitor each member's work. So in this case, many errors can be spotted immediately. Then we can modify all of them together efficiently. So that's why we think teamwork is of great importance. So now this part, we need to give examples of what can go wrong when the organizers do not engage in close teamwork. So first one, the job assignment is unclear. So in this case, if tasks are not evenly distributed or evenly allocated, you may get confused what to do next, and you may get confused throughout the whole preparation. So that's why we think teamwork is pretty important. If we don't have teamwork, then we don't know what to do next. And no one is truly responsible for a specific task. And in this case, because we don't assign you to do something else. So in this case, you don't really know what you should do. So you will lose the sense of responsibility for this convention. So that's why we think if we don't do teamwork, this will happen. And finally, just as I have already mentioned, with teamwork, each one can monitor all the work together. So if we don't have teamwork, many errors may be unnoticed. And if we don't modify those errors, then this convention will be kind of a failure. So that's why we think if we don't do it, these three kinds of scenarios might happen. Okay, then we will move on to activity 1. So please turn to page 66. So we will talk about features of a successful convention. So actually, just like I have already mentioned, in one convention, you need to know what goal, what objectives to achieve. So if you achieve the target, then of course you have a clear objectives and your audience know why they need to attend this convention. So that's the first feature of a successful convention. And the second one, of course, you have a topic and you know what kind of objectives to achieve. So throughout the whole convention, your content must be relevant and your audience must feel resonated with all the things you share throughout the whole convention. So that's why relevant content is pretty important. And the third one is effective communication. So when you're talking to your audience, kind of you're trying to communicate with them. So when you communicate with them, you might need some brilliant oral skills, and you need to attract your audience attention. So in this case, effective communication matters. Then the fourth one is about location. So because you need to think before a convention, of course you need to choose the right venue, choose the right location, because you need to check whether that location or that venue can accommodate the number of your audience. So in this case, if you find the right one, that will be good. And also that location should provide adequate facility, probably a good projector, screen, so presenters can also present what they want through, with the aid of technology. Then in a convention, probably some interactive sessions would be good. Like in some convention, you might be required to scan some QR codes to answer some questions, and they will try to conduct a short survey throughout in a convention as well. So this kind of interactive sessions will also make it more engaging, so your audience would not lose their interest. And also, we need to have proper technical support. So just like I say, nowadays a lot of presenters prefer to show all the things through the slide. So a projector, a screen are crucial, and they can support audience understanding as well, because the audience can see what you are presenting now. And also, quality catering is also important, because in some conventions, some beverages or food are provided. So you need to cater to different audience dietary habit. So in this case, you need to cater to different kinds of audience, to cater to their needs. So that's why we think quality catering is also important. And next one is about logistical planning. So in this case, kind of in one convention, of course, you have an agenda. So you need to follow a logical procedure to, in order to make your audience understand and make your audience will make sense that what you're going through in this convention. So that's why this one is important. And also we talk about attendee engagement, because in one convention, if I just keep talking, you will feel bored and you will lose your interest. So that's why we talk about interactive session. This one is to increase attendee engagement. And finally, it's about post-event feedback, because in the future, you may hold another convention as well. So you need probably a questionnaire, an online questionnaire. An online questionnaire is good to collect the audience feedback. Then you can use this feedback to enhance and improve your next convention next time. So that's why we think post-event feedback is also important. Okay, so that's about activity 1. And now Jason will talk about high-low context culture.
Okay, so today I'm going to introduce a cultural difference in dining. So first, I would like to introduce the low context culture in America. So in a low context culture like the United States, people tend to communicate directly and clearly. When dining at a restaurant, if the food does not meet their expectation, customers often express their dissatisfaction openly. They may say, "This is too salty, and can you remake it?" Or "I asked for a medium rare, but this is well done. Could you fix it?" So such requests are generally seen as normal, and restaurants usually accommodate them without any issue. Okay, and in contrast, in a high context culture like Taiwan, people are more indirect in their communication and highly value politeness. So if the food does not taste good, customers are unlikely to complain directly to the restaurant. Instead, they may quietly finish their meal out of politeness or simply stop eating and leave without making a sense. So giving negative feedback on food may be considered as disrespectful to the chef or to the restaurant. So most people choose to avoid confrontation. So these cultural differences highlight how cultural values shaped everyday interactions. And in low context culture, direct communication is appreciated, even in customer service situations. So while in high context culture, politeness and social harmony take priority. Understanding these nuances can help individuals navigate dining etiquette when traveling or interaction with different cultures. Okay, and now the next part is our feedback, and I'll give the floor to Wang Jiali.
Okay, so as for my feedback, the first thing is to grasp the difference between a convention and a conference, because for most people, they always think that convention and conference just means meeting. Yeah, so in this lesson, we know that a convention is about a group of people with the same interests come together. But for a conference, it will be a group of professionals who have the same expertise come together to focus on specific issue and topic. So that's about the difference. Then also, the second thing is to reinforce the importance of teamwork, because in this lesson, we also talk about teamwork. So in this presentation, of course, we have to cooperate with each other to make this presentation smoother. So I think in this presentation, because we already assigned our tasks pretty early. I think during the winter vacation. So I think everyone had already done their best to make the whole work process efficient, and we also monitor each other's work. Like whenever anyone sees the error, then we will quickly correct them. Then the final thing is that we'll improve our content based on the previous feedback. Like in the previous feedback, we got the one that some of the information was not specific enough. So this time we try to provide as much detailed and specific information as possible to make all the listeners understand what we want to convey. So that's what I have already learned from this presentation. Okay, then I will give floor to Chen Hong.
It's my turn to get the feedback. When you face a challenge, ask for help if you don't have many ideas, and getting advice from others can bring new thoughts. It's best to ask someone with more experience because they may know better solutions. And I also learned a new phrase like writer's block, and it means a writer has trouble thinking of ideas and continuing to write. And I think this can be frustrating, but asking for help from experienced writers can make it easier. And I'll give the floor to Johnson.
So while preparing this presentation, I learned how to structure information effectively for clarity and engagement. And researching and designing the slides also helped me improve my presentation skills. And from the topic of convention planning, I gained insight into the importance of detailed organization, logistics, and communication in ensuring a successful event. And I also learned how people express dissatisfaction in different cultures. It helped me better understand cultural norms and how they shape interactions. And I'll give the floor to Yosen.
My feedback, I learning to face new things and embrace challenges. This is not only a side of self-challenge, but also an opportunity for growth. When progress seems stale, it serves as a reminder to embrace challenge and seek help. By doing so, we can break through limitations and create outcomes that are deeper and more diverse. Second is the power of knowledge sharing and collective wisdom. Seeking help from more experienced individuals is not just about solving current problems, but also about expanding one's perspective. Each challenge and request for help is an opportunity for knowledge transfer. Such interactions not only enrich personal insights, but also creates collective wisdom for the team, making overall decisions making more precise. Okay, so let's take a break until full 20 seconds.
20 seconds?
Yeah, 22.
4:22? Okay.
Yeah, 4:22.
开始。
Okay, now so let's invite group 2 to comment on our presentation.
Hello everyone, we are group 2 and I'm Hou Yujie. I think their conversation part was not very speak fluent and they have a small mistake. They missed up Nick and Fiona's conversation, and I think they can double check before the report. Aside from that, I think they did a great job. I'll give the floor to Tsai.
这讲from group 2. I have 2 weaknesses and 1 strength. The weakness at first is some word in the PPT is a little small. And second is some word is not very fluent when introducing. But I think the strength is the team members will cover each other whenever needed. And I will give the floor to group 1.
Group 3. Let's invite group 3.
Okay, hello everyone, we are group 3 and I have 2 advantages to talk about. The first one is I think they talk the difference between the convention and conference in detailed way and discuss how to create a successful convention in detail. And next is I think the PPT is clear and simple to the audience. And I'll give the floor to Jinxuan.
Okay. Hello. Hello, I'm Jinxian from group 6. And today I have three straight to talk about. First, I think their time control is very great because when I arrived this classroom, I saw there is already ready to report. So I think this point is really important for a report. And the second one is I think their teamwork is very great because I see their someone is forgot or what, so the other member will remind the member. And the third one is I think their PPT is very professional. So I think the PPT is a key for the report. And I will give the floor to Yingzhen.
I'm Yingzhen from Group 3. So first, I really like Kevin have give some extra say about in activity, even a discussion question. Activity one, sorry. Kevin gives us the features of a societal convention. I really like this part, and I saw that in their scenario 1, I found that they didn't, they didn't stop at the right moment. It just like, let me make an example. Adam would like me to organize an international retailer convention, so like that. So I can give some advice. So they need to stop at the right moment. It's just like Adam would like me to organize an international retailer convention. They need to stop at the comma. And also, sorry, and I found some typo question. I'm not sure, but they have add extra comma. Of course, you're good. The middle has an extra comma, but I'm not sure the textbook is the right sentence. That's all my feedback. I will get the floor to Yijie.
I'm Yijie from Group 4. I think their conversation, the word is a little bit too small and too much that us cannot easier to read the sentence.
Which part?
All of the conversation part. The word is too small. And I think next time they can bigger and not just put all the sentence in a one page. And I will give a floor to Paul.
I'm grown from group 4, and I have 2 advantage and 1 disadvantage. The first advantage is they had clear structure, and the second is they help their group members correct their pronouns immediately. And a disadvantage is I think their words are too small in conversation part. And that's fine. I'll give the floor to Yang.
Okay, I'm Yang from Group 4. I think their presentation is pretty good, and all the voice and PowerPoints, the words are pretty great. And Jason, high-low context was very good. Had a great example for that idea, yeah. And only a little bit like Chen Hong, you can get more eye contact, not just reading the words. And I'll give a 4 to Yuqi.
I'm Yuqi from Group 4, and I think the presentation was very well and focused on the key point. And their votes are very loud, and I give a 4 to Yuqi.
I'm Yuqi from Group 4, and sorry, I want to apologize for my attending that. Although I was there, I seen activity 1 and high-low context culture part are powerful and concisely. But I think in activity 1 has from simplicity to complexity, and it's all actually bad. I'll give a 4 to group 5.
My name is Ling. I'm going to talk about one suggestion. In the warming up part, I think they can show the picture first and let us guess the answer instead of tell us the answer directly. And I'll give a 4 to picture.
I have 1 strength and 1 weakness for group 1. The first strength is they let me know clearly what is convention and conference differences, and the weakness is in the preposition. I think their words can be bigger. And I'll give the floor to Ling.
How dare you?
They have 1 mispronunciation like relaxation, and their conversation part, the paragraph, each line is too close. It's hard to read. And I very like Kevin because he explained the activity 1 very clearly. So it's very great. So I will give floor to Liang.
Okay, I'm Pinja of Group 5. I have 2 weakness and 2 strength to Group 1. And the first strength is I think Kevin do a great job in the warming up. In the warming up, the definition of convention is very clear and organized. And also I like the Jia Chen's high and low context culture part is a very great example. But 2 weakness is I think all of the word is too small. It's not limit in the conversation part. And the second weakness is 幼层 It's 幼层 in the vocabularies part is not maybe he need to more practice. Okay, and I give floor to group 6.
the floor to Jude. I'm sure from group 6. Their pronunciation is clear, and I think put some pictures on the PowerPoint is good, that we can more understand what they are talking about. I will give the floor to Zhixian.
I am Zhixian from group 6, and first I think the speech voice is clear, and in the vocabulary part, I think the sentence can read more smoothly. And I give the floor back to group 1.
So we have already choose. Thank you for your comments, and we have already choose our best commentators. And now let's invite our best commentators.
No, you should announce the names
Okay.
first.
Our best commentators, Ling Zhen, Jing Xian, and Ping Jia. Yay!
You tell us why.
Okay, so
One by one.
Okay, for the reason why we choose Ling Zhen for our number one for our one of our best commentators is because she pointed out that we have a little typo, that we put an extra comma in the scenario 1. And for Jing Xian pointed out that in scenario 1, our words is too small and we don't have much space for the sentences between the sentences. So it makes it very hard, very difficult to read. And for Ping Jia, Ping Jia says that I did a great job on high and low context cultures. Yes. And so now let's invite our best commentators to conclude their comments.
I'm Ing from group 3, so first, thank you for choosing me as one of the best commentators.
Very good. You still remember.
So just I'm gonna to sum up. I want to say that I really like Kevin's explanation for the activity 1. What Kevin just do very good, and they at the scenario 1 when they are doing the conversation, they need to stop at the right moment and remember the typo. You need to make sure not to forget for the next presentation. Very good. I will give the floor to Jing Xian.
Okay, I'm Jing Xian from group 6. I'm Jing Xian from group 3. So first, I want to thank you for choosing me as one of the commentators.
One of the best.
One of the best commentators. And as I mentioned that they come here on time very well. I think it is a very well time control, and I think it is a very important ability for the reporter. And second, I say that they have a great teamwork, and I also think that is a great ability for a team. And the third one is I think their PPT is very professional. And of course, I think this also a great ability for a reporter, even a worker in the office. And then in the end, I want to say I really like them, the great time controlling ability. And thank you, and I will give the floor to Pingjia.
I'm Pingjia. Thank you for choosing me for one of the best commentators. As I mentioned it, strength is Kevin and Jiachen. Kevin and Jiachen did a great job in their part, and Kevin's is not limited in the warming up. They did the activity and discussion questions part is all perfect. And weakness is maybe they make the words bigger next time. And the second is you just need to practice their parts. Okay, that's my proposal. No. Opinion. That's my comments. Okay.
Next time, dress up. In case you are chosen, you will be on camera.
Okay. Thanks. Sorry.
Dress up for this course.
Okay. I give floor to group 1.
Okay, thanks for our best commentators. And next, here is our references.
Show us one by one.
Okay. And for the first website is the reference for the warm-up sections.
You cannot see.
Yeah.
It's very small.
Okay, so in this website, it tells us about the differences between the convention and a conference. Yeah. And a conference, yes. Okay, next is the reference for high and low context cultures. And for the first one, I remember this is the Taiwan. In this website, it introduced the Taiwanese cultures, and it's pretty cool that it has a different section that tells us different things about our Taiwanese culture. Yeah. And the second is a website called Food and Wine, and it's talking about the America cultures in dining. Yes. So he tell you that what you should do when you have a very bad experience in restaurant. Yeah. Okay. Next. And next is our inside story, and I'll give the floor to Youchen.
For the inside story, we allocate the text on February 4th and finish the slides on February 10th. And we do the online rehearsal and confirmation yesterday, and final rehearsal confirmation this afternoon. Thank you.
Is that all? Oh, your inside story?
Yeah.
Any other questions? If not, I have one question. Very quick question, and as I promised, I'll let you go earlier because we start 2 minutes earlier. Could you go to page 2? Page 2. Okay, high and low context culture. What's wrong with this part? Anyone can see something wrong? Since you can identify an extra comma, what's wrong with this part? Okay, raise your hand. No? And other one? Other hands? 看不到。 你们可以把它放大吗？就放大这一页，可以放大 ，OK。Anyone raise your hand？ 还有吗？
后面要加个 space。
空格是对的 ，high space and low。You need a space in between。他们刚才连多一个逗点都看到了，这个没看到。Space 在英文里面是有意义的。And go to page 32. Please look at PG. What does PG stand for?
Page.
Really? 现在流行用 PG 了吗？可以查一下吗？是要用什么？你去看电影会看到 PG 这2个字，是辅导级的，要有父母亲在场，不是 page。通常会用什么？而且它2个都是当写的 postgraduate parental guidance， 所以常用的是什么？啊 ，GG 是用 page period space P 小写。你们写作课没有学过这个吗？有啊 ，P 小写，不需要大写。OK， 这样是正常版，这样才知道这是页码。要不然 PG 老师想这个跟辅导级有什么关系？你们下面要讲的是有色情吗？还是为什么要 PG？ 每页都 PG？I was wondering about what you're going to say。你们看电影有看过吧 ？PG 是 parental guidance。所以这里可以 PP 2个 PP， 因为你们是跨页，2页以上 PP 都小写。OK。Any other about PG？ 看到 PG 很惊悚的。OK。Any others? No? If not, for your high and low context culture, could you go to? Just give us keywords in the slide. Could you read this part together? In the U.S.
In the U.S., communication is direct.
How would you make it shorter?
Direct communication.
Direct communication, bingo. 你上面已经讲 America 了，下面就不要再讲 USA。OK? Direct communication.
Direct communication.
Number 2.
Customers openly express dissatisfaction at restaurants.
How would you make it shorter?
Openly express their dissatisfaction.
Okay. Good. Because in your oral presentation, you already say the context is at a restaurant. 如果吃到不好吃的，你可以立刻跟他说 I don't like it. 就像你们去 Costco 退货不需要任何理由 I just don't like it. Make me another. It's not hot enough. It's not the right food. Okay. Example. That's a good one. Example. 另起一页。不要通通堆在一起，你的重点跟范例另外讲 ，OK？ 你们的图就可以讲。Could you read the example?
Too salty. Can you remake it?
Too salty. Can you remake it? 什么意思？ 太咸了。Can you remake it? They will remake it. They have to, because you make a request. Okay. Number 2, I ordered
medium rare, but this is well done.
这是指什么食物？牛排，牛排才会有这个问题。Okay. Such requests are normal and usually accommodated. 这个就放在你的 oral presentation， 不要放上来。Okay? Make it shorter. Try to shorten them. Only keywords. Next page. The same. Too many words. Give us keywords. How would you shorten the first one as an example? 你上面已经有 Taiwan 了，下面就不要再讲 Taiwan 了。Indirect communication， 你这里有 communication 吗？你后面讲的根本就没讲话啊，就乖乖的把食物给吃掉了，就付钱，要不然就不吃就走人，没有讲话啊，你没有任何 indirect communication 啊。你的 example。Your example needs to support your topic sentence. Okay? Rarely complain about food directly. 那是 indirectly 吗？你的 example， 你们可以举自己的例子啊。你自己去吃到不好吃的，你怎样？
外带。
OK。吃一口就外带 ，OK， 或者呢？
就直接离开。
啊？
这个 Google 一星。
哦，Google 一星。You can show us your own example because you are from Taiwan. Show us your personal experience. Okay. Other than that, any other questions? If not, let's give them big hands again. 这门课100分的，很多人加分都加到100。OK， 期中考要好好准备，因为有些人期中考10分，老师怎么加也加不到100。OK， 好，我们期中考一样是考 preposition， 好，所以请加油，不要再有那个10分20分的，这老师很难，很为难的。OK，then I'll see you next week. Very good.
没有了，我没有，我7点才要上班，还要很久。
但你知道，如果你这样的话，可能会考。
都是你预测的，对。
可以。